Well, Bukayo Saka twice the price of Modric. Not only the price of Modric, but the potential of Modric. That is what we're going to discuss a lot about today, because it has hit my mind hard, because I've just read this and I said, who is really trying to insinuate this, But every person is entitled to his own opinion. That's why we really give everyone audience and bring these discussions here onto the Rokani Media Football. Welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. It's a Sunday and I hope you guys are really having a very fantastic day. And we're also talking about a player known as Emile Smith Rowe, revealing to us that this season has been one of the worst seasons that's going to have to challenge him in his entire stay at Arsenal. So, congratulations, guys. We've hit 13,000 subscribers. It has not been my effort. It has first and foremost, it has been God. Then it has been you guys that have really gone ahead to really put in the shift, and obviously we are getting huge subscriptions from you guys, and continue to subscribe, guys, to state that we really hit another milestone of 14,000 subscribers. As you know, that's what we do in here onto the Rokani Media Football. Now let's bring you this story coming in from Paul Brown. He is a pundit that really laid this down, and I don't know how you guys are going to really consume it, but I'm going to give you my own opinion. Now, on the comparison of Bukayo Saka and Modric, he said, it occurred to me that if Chelsea have paid basically £90 million to sign Modric, that Bukayo Saka is twice the player. The potential is probably even higher for Bukayo Saka, so you've got to be looking at the huge fee in comparison if he was to leave. Now, he was talking to the Give Me Sport, but allow me give you my opinion onto this. If you are talking about this season, Saka is by far Mykhailo Mudryk, because Modric has gone ahead to play a handful of games at Chelsea and he has close to 2 assists. He got his second assist yesterday. Bukayo Saka has gone ahead to play 30 games for Arsenal in the Premier League, and he has gone ahead to put out 12 assists, 12 goals and 10 assists. So when you look at that milestone and how Bukayo Saka is scoring for fun, there is no way Modric comes close to him, and for that I agree with him this season. So the price of Modric, for me, I think it was not his problem, because the club where he was had to really set the price. That's it. The price was not set by Mykhailo Mudryk, and I think there are very many factors that are not playing in the hands of Mykhailo Mudryk. I insinuate if Mykhailo Mudryk came to Arsenal, he would have been a different player altogether. He would have gone ahead to put in lots of performances that most of you would have gotten excited about, because he's a prospectful player. I don't agree with Paul Brown about talking about the ceiling of Mykhailo Mudryk, because when you look at the skill set of Mykhailo Mudryk, it's better than that of Bukayo Saka. But Bukayo Saka has been in the Premier League for the last 5-6 years. He started playing in the Premier League, I think, around 2019 under Unai Emery. Now there are 4 years, Bukayo Saka playing in the Premier League. So, Saka has the Premier League experience. Secondly, at Arsenal, he's one of those players that is really reliable. Thirdly, he's mastered his craft. Fourthly, he's performing, all playing for the team that is the best in the league. Ask yourself, why didn't Saka put out these numbers last season? Do you know that Emile Smith Rowe, I think, outscored Bukayo Saka last season? But this season, it's because Arsenal have gotten what we call an elevation, and the layer they've taken is really great. A lot of fibers have been added to Arsenal, and the more Arsenal has gotten itself to the fiber of really getting themselves into the title contention, the likes of Bukayo Saka have gone ahead to really elevate themselves. The addition of Jesus and Zinchenko in the team has also given Bukayo Saka a very good lift to get himself to the levels of gaining confidence and obviously operating at levels that we've never seen him perform at ever since his career at Arsenal. So Saka has lots of positives, all has a lot of polls supporting his career at Arsenal. Mikel Arteta, who switched him from the left back position to the right attack midfield position and later a right forward, is also one of those pillars that Bukayo Saka's career has been built on. He's so much integral to that Arsenal side that he gives them balance. He gives them a lot of balance of the right attacking side of the midfield. And secondly, Saka has no competition. At Arsenal, looked like he was facing competition from Pepe, and Pepe was taken off. And Arsenal is just looking in for players. I brought you a story yesterday that closed up our day about Rafinha, Brandit, and Olise, plus Moussa Diaby. Those are the players that Arsenal are really dreaming to put in Bukayo Saka. Now, Bukayo Saka has not gotten ahead to prove to us that can he really perform under pressure. When a player like Rafinha is on the bench, can he really put up a performance and really go on and really keep the consistency as kept this season? Those are questions that we need to wait and see. And to me, this is where I don't agree with Paul Brown that Saka's ceiling is better than that of Modric. Trust me, Modric has more talent than Bukayo Saka. That's it. But we are not going to gauge Modric on this season. Let's wait and see what Modric has for us next season at Chelsea. That's it. Let's see how Chelsea is going to transform and will bring in a new manager. Now, I want to compare Modric and Bukayo Saka with effect from next season. Trust me, even if Bukayo Saka was just brought in the Arsenal side, he wouldn't find himself defeating that side. Like if at all he was signed out of the Premier League. Look at players that have been signed in the Premier League that are really struggling. Look at Jack Grealish. His first season at Man City was abysmal, but right now he's one of the best players at City. Look at Jadon Sancho coming in from Borussia Dortmund, still struggling. So, guys, let's not really downplay the efforts of Modric. You get? I think comparing Modric to Bukayo Saka this season, it's something that is insanical. That's it. It's insanical to compare these two. And to add more to that, Saka plays on the right side of the attacking midfielder as a right forward. Modric is a left attacking midfielder and he's a left forward. That's where he thrives best. And it really takes me back to that conversation where people are asking Bukayo Saka and Rashford. I asked myself, you people, you are just insane. Bukayo Saka can't play as a centre forward. He has not been playing as a left forward. He only plays as a right forward. Now, how do you compare him to a player who plays as a left forward and can also lead the line? It's the comparison is really not coming, does not gain ground, So to me, I believe let's give Modric time, and next season I want to come here to judge Modric versus Bukayo Saka from match day 1. That's what I'm going to be doing. But right now, I don't think this comparison even holds water, because it's Bukayo Saka up there, and there is no way you bring in Modric close to Bukayo Saka because Saka is firing all cylinders in the Premier League and at Arsenal. Now, Emily Smith-Rowe, he has told Sky Sports that this has been the toughest season of my career so far. It has to be. He came in through in the preseason. He played 45 minutes in the game of Nuremberg in Germany. He never returned. He got an injury. They flew to America, USA. He returned, I think, the last game they played in USA. I think he played part in the game of Sevilla. They played at Emirates before they really played their first game or the opening game of the league. And he got an injury. So until they agreed that he was supposed to undergo a surgery, that's when he really got back. And he spent close to 3 months out. And here he is. That is Emily Smith-Rowe. And if at all he says it's the toughest season of his career at Arsenal, Emily Smith-Rowe is right. Because Even when Arteta came in through and really gave him his debut in the Premier League for Arsenal, Emile Smith-Rowe played that half season very well, and he never got an injury. That's it. Even the previous season, 2021-2022, Emile Smith-Rowe played almost every game that Arsenal played. He never missed out on very many games, and he had a very good number of goals onto his tally. That is Emile Smith-Rowe. But this season, he's really having a very bad season in his career, and I think he wouldn't like to see himself really going into that season again. I think the only problem he underwent was not to make a decision earlier of undergoing a surgery in the preseason. If at all he underwent that surgery in the preseason around July, we would have seen him we would have seen him out for July, August and September, meaning that October would have found him back. And if at all he had put in a shift, he would have found himself even playing for England in the World Cup, because, you know, the English national team manager, Gareth Southgate, is such an admirer of a player of the quality of Emile Smith-Rowe. So that's it for the player known as Emile Smith-Rowe. But good enough is that he has not gotten a setback as he did, because he was fearing to undergo a surgery. But obviously, after undergoing that surgery around his calf, he's now really enjoying this beautiful game of football at Arsenal. But the big question is, will he fight to get back his position at Arsenal? That's the most beautiful thing, because every time you come from an injury, you really need a lot of time to get back, to hit the ground running. And that's why I hail Jesus. You know, Jesus has just played how many games? That of Fulham, Sporting Lisbon, Crystal Palace, Leeds, Liverpool. Ever since his return, he has played 5 games and he has 3 goals in 5 games. So for a player like him, he's just unusual. You know, he's just unusual. He's unorthodox, you know, because you can't see this coming. So it doesn't happen to very many players like it's happening to Jesus. So Emile Smith-Rowe needs to find himself in a position of really gaining back his full fitness to really fight for his position in that Arsenal squad. And it's going to be very hard for him, because very many players are going to be brought in the summer, so it's really going to be hard for Emile Smith-Rowe to pick. But I think if it really picks up, he can really give Mykhailo Mudryk another thought of really playing some good games for a side known as Arsenal. Then today Arsenal is playing West Ham, and Arteta has the following to say. He said it will be a very difficult game. We know, we've been there a few times, and we always find it really tricky and difficult games. And we always find really tricky and difficult games. I know David Moyes really well, and how he's going to prepare for the game as well, and we are ready. It's going to be a fight. It's going to be another big derby for us, and we are going to be at our best to win. So Arteta is sending a message to Arsenal fans that we are going to be at our best to win, because we want things to go on as planned for the club of Arsenal. So it's not going to be an easy game, but I believe Arsenal are going to kill it off immediately, because they are what they are. Arsenal is what it is. You can hate them or love them, but they are really firing all cylinders. If they happen to go 2 goals up, like they did against Liverpool, then they'll kill off the game immediately. And you have no doubt in Arsenal for doing that, because if they did it away at Anfield, why don't they do it away at the London Stadium when it's a London derby? And obviously, they are really looking at their season just 8 games away from winning the trophy. If they can win 7 and draw 1, they'll be the champions of the league. Remember, Man City yesterday won by 3-1 against Leicester City, and Arsenal needs to really restore its point difference back to 6. And we all know that if at all Arsenal wins against West Ham and win against Southampton next Friday, they'll go into that game against Man City that Pep Guardiola has dubbed the finale, when they are 9 points clear ahead of City. So guys, thank you very much for watching in through. Your reactions are welcome in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about Saka twice, Modric. What are your thoughts about it? Then Emile Smith-Rowe telling us that this is the toughest season he has ever had at Arsenal. Do you think he's right? And what do you think about Mikel Arteta's words towards the game of Arsenal versus West Ham at the London Stadium? I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. My Muslim friends, Ramadan Kareem. I sign out for now. See you later, my lovelies. We are returning with the match day live. That is West Ham versus Arsenal.